Hello, friends. How's everyone doing? Hope all is well with you and your family. Hey, this is Kaur Singh with the Real Estate News School. As you know, we've been covering landlord, tenant, property management, right? All those issues that as a landlord or a property manager uh, come across. So, and we just covered all the clause that must have clause in your lease. Those are the must have. So if you haven't watched those videos, please go back and watch those videos because that will go step by step. So if you miss anything, um, you can understand that better. All right, guys. So let's start. And first of all, I just want to thank you, each and every one of you, for being here with me. And thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, and all those wonderful comments and so much love you guys pour into this channel. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. That definitely makes my day when I when I read your comments, or if you have questions, and I'm able to answer all your questions in that comment section. So thank you, each and every one of you, from bottom of my heart. Okay, guys. So as you know, we've been covering landlord and tenant in property management, right? Let's talk today um, the law enforcing the lease. Okay, sometime, these laws, even though we don't want to use it or enforce it, but as we've been also covering, there are good people and there are bad people, and bad people are always there to take advantage of, good people, of their naiveness. And that's the reason I am bringing this knowledge to you guys. That's why I make these videos for you guys. Okay, so you don't get burned down, or you don't get, take uh, take advantage. Because as I said, there's good people and also a bad people in this world, and that's the reality of this world, guys. Right? So let's talk today about enforcing, the laws and enforcing the lease. So laying down the law that might sometime, as I said, bit extreme. Okay. But, you know, trust me, from experience, when I say it is neither the extreme or nor sarcastic, because there are those people who are just there to just take advantage of other people, and that's the sad truth and sad reality of this world, guys. But when you have your money and your finances that you work so hard for, right? And yes, and not everything is money, or and not everything is finances, but just to make a living, just to make a daily living for you, for your children, for yourself, for your family, we do need a money, right? As we know what's going on in this world at this time, correct? People who are working day to day and have no money, and they are like, you know, because of the pandemic, they can't, you know, go to or, or earn a living daily, or who is trying to make a daily living by earning money daily, correct? Around the world. So, as I say, that it is neither extreme nor sarcastic. It is a serious business, guys. And you have to take it seriously in order to protect yourself, your hard um, earned money and investment for yourself that you work so hard for, right? And you just try to make a better life for yourself or and for your family, correct? So you have to protect that. You have to protect that investment. You have to protect yourself also, guys. Okay. So laying down the law is essential. That means enforcing the lease. So there's a reason you spent all the time, all the energy, and all the effort in ensuring that you had a rock solid lease in place, guys, for potential tenants, and it's very essential. Okay, because when you don't know, when you are naive, and it comes everything within life, and I'm telling you, it's very painful when reality hit you, and then you lost so much. But when reality hit you after years that somebody was just taking advantage of you, it's very painful. So it's very essential. It's to have all that in place before something happens, to protect yourself, to protect your family, to protect your investment money, right? So that's why laying down these laws are essentially meaning, enforcing into the lease. There's a reason you spend all the time, spend all the energy, and effort, and that's why I'm making these videos for you guys, so you don't have to go through this pain, or nobody take advantage of you or your loved one, guys. Okay, so let's talk. Before we continue, I just want you to keep in mind that if you've done your due diligence, okay, you did your thorough screening process, you did the, minimum qualification standard, you are much more likely to get good responsible tenants, and sometimes then you don't have to worry about too much. But if you don't know and you are naive, then there are those people too, just around the corner. They are ready to take advantage of your naiveness. They are ready to take advantage of you if you don't know and you trust them 100% because you don't know better. You just trust their words, what they are telling you, right? But it's just they are only there for their own well-being. They are only there for their own time frame. Okay. Once they know that they cannot, you know, there's a better something else they can take, better place out there, or they can go somewhere else, they'll just leave you just like that hanging. Doesn't matter. And then you are just sitting there trying to figure out your own. Okay. So that's why, guys, you need to enforce the terms and conditions of your lease, no matter who's renting your home. Okay. By laying down the law, it won't be so necessary for a good tenant. But sometimes, as I said, when you're naive, when you don't know better, right? You never came across those bad people, you know, they sneak through. And that's why, guys, that's when you are going to have to actively enforce the lease. And be sure to remain firm. Okay? What are your rules? You have to remain firm. You have to, whenever you deal with these kind of people, because they know all the tactics, okay? they they've been doing this all their life. Is the first time experience. It's you who've been through this excuse my French, first time, correct? But for them, oh, they've been doing this with so many people, and that's who they are. That's who they are. That's how, you know, they just go like that by using people only for their own good. But if you know this ahead, like I'm bringing this to you guys, I'm bringing this awareness to you guys, right? You can spot those bad apple, and you can protect yourself, you can protect your family, you can protect your finances, okay, before the major damage is done, you know, physically, financially, emotionally, correct? So you have to make sure, that you bring all these clause, make sure they pay on time. That's the first and most important part of enforcing the lease, is ensuring that your tenant is paying their rent on time, and not just paying, but paying in full amount, okay, on time and every single month. Because you also have other obligations, correct? You don't have a time to sit there and wait for them and wait for the rent when it's convenient for them to bring that to you. You have mortgage to pay, you have other obligations. But when you are naive, that's why these people take advantage, guys. They they use you according to their convenience when it's convenient for them. The time is convenient for them. And otherwise you are nobody. They don't even remember that you also have other obligation. They don't even remember that, they need to pay that rent because you have to pay mortgage, you have to pay other bills also, correct? So some tenants do this automatically, but sometimes they assume that they are not a red flag. They are so perfect. They are they think they are the best. They are the best thing happened to you since the sliced bread. They are not that red flag that you think. They are not that bad apple that you think. Okay. So you want to check up on things to make sure they are doing what they are supposed to do instead of for years keeping you in dark by selling the just flying clouds with their big talk, with their big words, and you just trusting them and believing them every word they are telling you. So these are the must and forced things that you have to be affirmed that it happened every single month on this day by this time and full amount of the rent. So some tenants do this automatically, they they just need a reminder. Okay. Um, Another thing is communication. Okay. You need to have a contact details of them or someone you can contact, you know, that is like at least 2 or 3 references, including phone number, email addresses. Let them know when the rent is due, the final date, how early you'll accept the payment ahead of time. Okay. Another tip I would give it to you guys is to make it easy for tenants to pay you. So if paying you is a hassle, then it'll be a hassle for you as well. Correct? So give them the option, different options for the payments. Let them pay you online. Let them mail you the check um, or mutually any other agreeable options, which is which work out for both of you, right? As a landlord and for them as a tenant, that you both are comfortable with that agreement. Because some landlord, they prefer checks, some only want a cashier check, some want a direct deposit, some want PayPal, correct? I mean, nowadays there's like so much convenient ways, you know, that they can make the payment. And don't forget to remind your tenants what will happen if they don't pay their monthly rent in full on time. According to the terms of your lease that you guys come up with, and you, as I said, you went through with them that these are the rules that you abide with before they rent out your property, right? These are your minimum qualification standards. Okay. So let me give you an example. So if suppose, this is just an example, if you do allow a grace period for rent payments. I know many landlords, who will give their tenants 3, 4, or even 5-day grace period, but in return, the tenants will receive a reminder notice on their front door, as well as late fees, right? That how many days are late and how much fee they're supposed to pay for every day they've been late. Okay. And this is not unreasonable, guys. Okay. So there are, there's a reason that there are rules, there are reason there's a regulations in life also, right? So just as you should make it easy for tenant to pay you on time, you should also make it difficult and challenging for tenants who pay late. They are who don't pay that on time, who are, and you are going to charge the late fees, which you should, because you also have other obligations, correct? And that doesn't matter, that if you do have obligation, but the rules are rules. There's a standards, there's a minimum standards that you told them, correct? So you just, let them know that these will be the charges when they feel, it's insens- insensitive, them to pay you on time or next time or every time, they will know then that yes, they have to do that. Otherwise, they have gonna, you know, be paying all the recurring charges also per day that, they've been late to pay the rent to you. So if they still haven't paid beyond your grace period, let them know that the penalty will become steeper, correct? Including, possible eviction. Let them know that if you file for eviction, it's going to become much more challenging for them to do the business with you. Okay? You remind them that the eviction involves legal fees, right? And much more, and which they are going to be responsible, and that eviction goes on their record and will make future tenancy difficult for them, right? We know that, correct? So consider this possible, you know, in this unpleasant situation, if someone doesn't pay you for an entire month, and now that they are 30 days late, or not only do they owe you a rent for last month, but they also owe you rent for this month also. And if someone couldn't pay you last month, how they are going to be able to come up with 2 months worth of rent plus late fees? So what if you started the eviction process, guys? Then they will owe you for 3 months plus late fees, because, it's a 90 days, right? After 90 days, you can start the eviction process, correct? After 3 months. They have to come up with the late fees. They have to come with the attorney fees. They have to come with all the other expenses you are going to charge them. Okay. So in the end, they will end up saying that they can't afford all that. They will break the lease and they will move out. And here you are left with all those unpaid fees, right? The time, the money, all that you had to go through emotions, correct? That's not exactly what you want, right? You don't want this kind of situation. So it never pays for you to let them pay their rent late. So just don't let it happen. Okay? Because the bottom line is that you are the owner, you are the landlord, you are in charge, you make the rules, you are the authority, right? This is your business. They need to, respect you, your policy and your policies because you told them up front, right? You was truthful and you told them up front that these are my policies. So you're not doing anything wrong, right? But those kind of people who take advantage of other people, they never admit they are wrong. They will never admit that. So you are not here, to give them every time their free excuses why they cannot come up with rent on time. So you have to make sure that they are taking care of your rent, they are taking care of your property, they are taking care of your house, they are taking care of your lease agreement according to your lease agreement, right? So this is an essential component of enforcing the lease. How do you make sure that they are following through, on their end of their bargain? Again, communication is the key with the property issue, just as it is with the payment issue. So communication with your tenant regularly. Ask for update on any maintenance issue with your property and whether things are running smoothly and being taken care of your property, right? Or if live in the area, someone, if you don't live, I'm sorry, if you don't live in the area, someone who is and who will want periodically, to check on your property for you. Okay. So this will actually give you the general overview of the situation. Ideally, you should do like full walkthrough inspection of the entire home, guys, including every room, every 6 months that you have the checklist, correct? This will give you a clearer picture of the condition of your property as well as it will help you access any issue or any property damage issue, correct? You deal with the issue immediately, okay? Because sometimes if you put it through, that's when they know that they can fully take advantage of you, okay? Of your naiveness, but for your, if for your good, kind heart, you are doing for your good, out of your good, kind heart, giving them chances after chances after chances after chances, but they are thinking you are stupid. That's what they are thinking. They're thinking our landlord is stupid. But you are doing it. You're giving them chance after chance for your good, kind heart. Correct? So you have to deal with the issue immediately. If you have that issue, if your current tenant or rental situation, the key is to, deal with the issue immediately, whether it's a non-payment or a rent or maintenance or a property damage, the sooner you deal with it, the better it is. Correct? So like, let me give you guys an example. Um, Suppose if a tenant doesn't pay the rent, um, or their utilities bills, or you know you call them right away or hash it out, don't wait hoping that the issue will somehow and resolve or fix by itself. No, it won't, guys. It won't, because they are now so used to taking advantage of you, and they are totally thinking that you are just, oh, our landlord is stupid. And they are making fun of you behind your back with their friends or their family, that how stupid you are. But here you are just giving them a chance for from your kind heart, right? So you have to be confrontational to deal with these type of problems quickly, and dealing with the issue soon as it occur. Okay. And whoever is involved, better to involve everyone, right? So as you become a more experienced landlord, guys, you will see more and more why this is so important, you know and that's why I'm bringing this awareness to you guys, so you nobody take advantage of you guys. But again, it's a lesson you learn in life. Correct? When you don't know, you don't know, right? And that's okay. And that's how we live. We live and learn. Correct? You learn the lesson so you don't make that mistake again, right? And lessons are because you didn't know before. That's why you had to learn that lesson in that life. Okay. And so address the issue head on. You'll see more quickly and aggressively you deal with any potential issue, the more likely the situation is going to be resolved. And this will help you, make renting out your property to a person, you know, who is a good person, right? Who is paying, so you know that how to remove that bad apple from your property, who is damaging your property. Correct? And it will be a more pleasant and beneficial experience for everyone. Correct? So let's talk also, guys, eviction notice. Okay. So what you should do if these kind of problems occur, how you can evict those tenants, because the National Association, of um, landlord, it tells the true story of landlord leasing their apartment to a tenant who stopped paying rent soon as, after taking up residency. Because in the beginning, guys, they are like, they will just sell you the clouds. They are just, oh, they, that will, those people are the best tenant. How you got so lucky that you found that tenant. Yeah, but that's in the beginning. But soon as they taking, up the residency, that's it. So the landlord, when they perform a checkup on the inspection, and in this story that National Association of Landlord, they were telling that when they perform a checkup on the inspection and they suspected that non-paying tenant was also, they were stealing also. They were, stealing appliances in addition to not paying the rent. So of course the landlord, they called the police, but when they question the tenant, right? The tenant accused the landlord of trespassing, and even claimed that he never seen the landlord before. So unfortunately, the police, sided with the tenant, and then landlord literally, had to watch as the tenant left with the appliances, because these people are such a good liar. They'll make, have believe everyone, right? So in this case, the landlord, they lost the money, rent money, they lost the um, appliances, correct? So as I said, that it's to make you, you know, when you become a renter, property owner, rental property owner, rather, to impress upon the importance of laying down the law and enforcing your lease. So unfortunately, despite of sometime your best effort, you might have to end up evicting the tenant. This is just one of the risks you take when you rent out the property. It's also one of the most difficult aspect of the job for a landlord, guys. The eviction process, it can escalate quickly to the point of non-compliance with tenant. They can trash out your place in anger. They can damage property, damage you, or they can damage you also. So you have to be very, very careful, guys, when dealing with these kind of people. You know, they can be refuse to move out, right? So many property owners who are, especially when they are totally new, they don't know, they never been in this kind of situation before, right? They have a difficult time with the idea of eviction, because first of all, their naiveness, and they don't know that they can do this, and they are just so kind hearted, they don't want to hurt anybody, right? Either because they don't know, or how, or because they just don't want to, right? So maybe you are not naturally a confrontational person, and maybe you like giving people a second chance, a third chance, a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, you know, and those people, they are taking full advantage of you. They're taking full advantage, and they're laughing, guys. They're laughing behind your back with their friends. They're making fun of you. They are saying how stupid you are. Okay. So these people, you know, you have to make sure these problem tenants who don't pay, or who destroy you, try to destroy you, destroy your property, right? They are not only costing you, but also, you know, they are stealing from you. They're thief. So you have to think of it this way, that if you're going to succeed in this business, you know, they are stealing money from you because they are thief, or they are stealing other stuff, right? Not only that, they are also emotionally too. They are disturbing you. They are robbing you, right? Emotionally, financially, affecting you physically, correct? You know, they are here. You have to use your retirement funds, your bank accounts to come up, right? To pay for your property or your mortgage or your bills. So wherever the money is going, where that money coming from, you technically, they are definitely technically robbing you guys, okay, by hurting you. And they are making fun of you behind you, because these kind of people, um, it gives them the joy, especially if you are naive, especially you are a good person, right? And they think that they are the best thing in the world since the slice of bread. So, if you think, suppose, for example, let's say your monthly rent is like 2000, and your tenant isn't paying you, whether on time or in full, or not paying you at all, you know, would you allow that tenant to access your bank account, to log in every single month, and let them keep taking out 2000 every single month, year after year after year, month after month after month? Okay. And you will say, no way, Miss Ruby, we're not going to allow that. Well, that's what you guys are doing, guys, right? When you don't know, that's what we do. When you don't know, so you need to think similarly. If your tenant isn't paying their rent, this could ultimately lead to eviction. It's a difficult, challenging decision, guys. Very painful decision and painful task to come up with the eviction notice. It's not easy, but because you have to deal with the law, you have to deal with the police, right? You have to deal with the county, your city laws. Yeah, but you need to face it, guys. You do. So some of the most common reason that, um let me give you example, what, for the eviction is that if they don't pay on time and they ask for extension beyond the grace period, month after month, years after years, years after years, months after months, right? and they don't pay full and ask for extension until they, got the rest, or they don't take care of your property. They cause damage. They are trashing you and your property. They cause issue. They cause tension. They cause disruptions, right? With neighbors, with homeowner associations, with you, with your family. Okay. So they don't allow your rules, policies, but they want their rules and their policies. They want what they want to do. If they want to trash your property, if they want to trash you, if they want to trash you, anything, make, it's okay for them. That's what they want, those kind of people, tenants. So they don't upload their end of the lease agreement. This could be in any aspect, guys. Okay. So I think we covered a lot today. We will continue, um, with this. I know that this is a major issue that so many of investors I work with, they come across, or the examples that I seen it uh, throughout my real estate career. So I just want to let you guys know that these things, they do happen, guys. Okay. So that's why I'm creating these videos, so you can prepare and aware yourself, your loved one, your family, so that way these vouchers don't, these vultures, they don't take advantage of you or your family. Okay. All right, guys. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for being here with me and listening to this. And as I said, most welcome to any questions, any concerns you may have. You can always ask me in the comments section. And as you know, I try to answer all my messages in the comments and section. And sometime if I miss it, I apologize, because sometimes people go back in the video and they put the comment there, and I miss that previous video's comments. So, but I try to get back and get, give you all the answers I can. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day and talk to you soon. Again, this is Ruby Singh with the Real Estate News School. Bye.